Good afternoon. Today is Friday, the 19th of December, 2025, and the time now is 33 minutes past 12 p.m. in the afternoon. My name is Honest John, the son of John L. Sullivan, or Skodza, or Egan, or the Rugged Miller, or Marsh, or Hobo, or Menace, or Kid Blackie the Nonpareil, or the Bull of Lewisham, and I'm a boxer, prize fighter, pugilist. I'm going to just read from my laptop about the conversion in weight. I first heard about it probably 25 30 years ago. I was not happy with it. So I'm going to read what's on the on online. The transition to the metric system in England's market. The transition to the metric system in England's markets was a gradual process driven by voluntary adoption and later mandated by law, culminating in the early 2000s for most retail trade. It resulted in a mixed system that still persists today for certain items due to a blend of public resistance and specific legal exemptions. The gradual implementation in markets. Voluntary adoption, 1960 to 1970s. The government officially supported a voluntary metrification program from 1965 in response to requests from industry and the need to align with international trading partners. A metrication board was established in 1969 to coordinate this effort. Many industries and wholesalers adopted the metric system during this period. Challenges in retail. The retail sector was resistant, seeing little benefit and facing fierce competition and low margins. A key moment occurred in 1977 when a carpet retailer reverted to imperial pricing, pounds per square yard, to appear cheaper, undermining industry wide agreements to use metric units. Mandatory changes by law, 1990s to 2000s. This resistance led the government to introduce legislation to enforce metrication in specific sectors. 1995. The mandatory use of metric units for most prepackaged goods took effect. Retailers had to label items such as cheese and meat in grams and kilograms, although they could still display imperial equivalents as supplementary information. 2000. The most significant change for traditional markets occurred on January 1st, 2000, when it became mandatory for all goods sold loose by weight, example fruit, vegetables, sweets, to be weighed and priced in metric units, kilograms, and grams. What exactly happened? Introduction of legal requirements. Traders were legally required to use verified metric weighing scales and to price their goods in metric units. The use of imperial units became illegal for primary trade purposes, though they could be used as less prominent supplementary indications. Public and trade reaction. The move, particularly the change in 2000 for loose goods, caused public backlash, leading to the metric martyrs movement. One market trader, Steve, one market, I'm not going to say his name. One market trader, I'll say his name because it's on here. One market trader, Steve Thorburn, was convicted for continuing to use only imperial scales and refusing to use metric measurements. I'll read that again. One market trader, Steve Thorburn, was convicted for continuing to use only imperial scales and refusing to use metric measurements, which generated significant media attention. This is online. This is on Google. If you just put in when the metric measuring system changed the markets in England, what exactly happened? Just put that in the search engine and bring that up this page. Hopefully, it should. Well, I hope not. It should. Sometimes it goes into other pages, but this is what I put in there. So I continue. Consumer confusion and price comparison issues. The existence of both systems, even with one as primary, created confusion for some consumers in comparing prices, which the single unit system was intended to prevent. Lasting exemptions. Due to public resistance and political pressure, the United Kingdom secured permanent exemptions from the European Union for certain highly visible imperial units, which remain legal for sole use today. The pint for draft beer, cider, and milk in returnable containers. Miles, yards, feet, and inches for road traffic signs, speed and distance. The troy ounce for transactions in precious metals. I'll say that again. The troy ounce for transactions in precious metals, like gold, etc. But they're precious. In essence, the metrication of markets was a drawn out, particularly contentious process that aimed at for a single, rational system for trade, but resulting in a hybrid system that continues to mix metric and imperial units in everyday life. So what I would like to add to that is I first heard about that, like I said, about 30. I do not have the exact date, so this is a guess. I'm guessing. The 25, 30 years ago. Could have been sooner. It's a guess, but I didn't hear it. I heard it on the radio. Now, at the time, I thought, well, what's the fuss about? I was thinking that. So if I'm 56 now, and after this 25, say 30 years ago, yeah, I was 26. I'm 56 now. Can you do the maths? I'm 56 now. So if it's 30 years ago, I was 26, isn't it? Me, not you. Me, I was 26. Me. Okay, so I was 26. So let's say now. So I heard it, yeah. So I thought, right. I thought I didn't think much of it. I thought, they're changing it. You know, the weight system. But I thought, well, I was thinking though in the markets, because that there's a lot of markets in London. Well, there are a lot of markets in London. Maybe they've reduced now. There's a lot of markets in London, and so for what I understand, I was 26. I was 26. In my mid-20s, so I understood it now. I think it was. I was thinking, well, why change it? I was thinking, why change it? Yeah. Now I know it's law. I'm not disputing that, so I accept it. It's law now. But at the time, I was thinking, why change it? There's a proverb that we have in Africa. If it ain't broke, why fix it? If it ain't broke, why fix it? You don't understand that. What it means is, if there's no problem with it, why try and repair? There's no problem with it. Why skirt around it and try and do something? There's no problem with it. There's no fault in it. If it ain't broke, why fix it? That's my interpretation. Now you could have a different interpretation, isn't it? Because you're you, isn't it? You might think of that differently. Yeah, you might. I know there's a God. So anyway, so I was thinking, right, that's deep. I was thinking, why did they need to change it? So they kept it. Now, I accept that they've changed it. Can you hear me? I accept that they changed it. I accept that now. It's law now. But what I was thinking at the time, before, why was there a need?